Barbara is going to open us up. Thank you.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, and what so proudly we held as the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and the bright stars through the perilous fight, and all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, but on the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. And oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, land of the free and the home of the brave. My hands are cold.
All right, all right, all right. I just wanted to make a couple of announcements to let you all know that this is a public rally, and all candidates were invited to attend. So it is what it is, and we're going to be ready to start with DJ Nice in just about 2 seconds. Meanwhile, I see the buses coming, and we do have some special guests. What did I say? No, nice. Okay. His name is Derek Nice. DJ Nice. Let's receive DJ Nice. All right. Okay. Thank y'all.
Got you effortlessly. That's the way What's up, everybody? I go by the name of DNice, a.k.a. DNice. Let's go. We came out here in support of my guy, Warnock, and Ossoff, and Blackman, of course. We need you to go to iwillvote.com/GA. Let's go. Come on. I just want to rock a couple of old school joints. Let's go. Come on. Oh, you having a good morning right now? Make some noise, please. Let's go. Welcome to Augusta. Say what?
You made me happy. This you can bear.
I just want to remind everyone we are still dealing with a pandemic, so we need a little bit of space between each other.
And I won't forget.
Come on.
And I really love you. You should know. I wanna make sure I'm right, girl. Before I let go.
Hey,
We've had a good time.
I want to shout out to Mayor Hardy Davis Jr.
That's it to say.
and First Lady Davis. Come on.
We've heard in each other. Girl, it's a shame. I won't be foolish, no. I wanna know. I wanna make sure I'm right, girl. Before I let go.
I just want to remind you, please get out and vote if you haven't already.
You know I think
Come on.
the sun rises and shines on you. You know there's nothing I would not do. Oh, no. Before I let you go. I would never let you go.
Come on. Remember, everyone, Warnock, Ossoff, Blackman.
Was so close.
Once again, it's DNice.
I love was strong.
Let's dance.
I can't understand it. No. Where did we go wrong? And I'm gonna be happy, girl. I've got to know. I gotta make sure I'm right before I let go. You make me happy. This you can bear.
Come on.
You stood right beside me, yeah. And I won't forget.
Remember to keep some space.
And I really love you.
Remember to keep some space, people.
You should know.
Let's go. Remember, it's election day tomorrow.
So I'm right, boy.
If you haven't already voted early, be sure to get out and vote. Remind your family and friends. Come on.
Now we had a good time.
Let's go.
That we can say we hurt in each other. Yeah. And boy, it's a shame. I won't be foolish. No. I wanna know. I wanna make sure I'm right. Before I let go.
Once again, it's DNice. Come on.
No, I thank God sun rises and shines on you.
early to dance. We party with purpose here. Michael Blake, keep your distance. Let's dance. Remember, Warnock, Awesome, and Blackman. Come on. We party with purpose here. We party with purpose. Let's go.
I got them shaking their booties like Congos, man. I'm shaking the city like quakes. My haters blue in the face like Gonzo, cause I'm breaking the cake, so let's make. I'm taking the game's mine. Yeah, I witness the change, it's my time. Yeah, I'm new to the game, but y'all might wanna say your whack raps, they like saving time.
Come on.
I can dance, homie, I don't two-step. Y'all looking at something like a true player. A girl told me that a man that can dance might could possibly get down with the tool in his pants. Now, my ladies, let me see it vibrate. And when it's over, you ain't gonna need your bird. Cause I'm a pro, make you bend your back load and the pound it real fast, just like the percolate.
Come on. Once again, it's DNice. Let's go. Come on. Won't you? Hey. You know I gotta let this breathe.
Girl, wobble it, and I'ma gobble it. I see you moving your head, go ahead, bobble it. We can cradle the bed, I'm straight racking it. The girls say, man, like they double racket shit. Damn, I'm so expensive, but I can't help it, my flow ridiculous. Boy, got a gift like it gotta be Christmas. Swag on this like it gotta be gifted. The girl
Remember to keep yourself socially distanced from each other. Spread out a little bit,
I'm saying
people.
my scriptures, cause I leave you holy like you pray in the temple. One beat, I move with the letter of a pencil. And my rope mission,
We need some distance.
Take a damn back,
Hey.
cause you got a pistol. And I don't think Donnie pick her up, these is
Let's go. Once again, it's DNice. We see the buses rolling in. We see the buses rolling in. Hey. Let's go. Come on. Once again, it's DNice. We see Warnock pulling in. Hey.
All the shorties in the club, let me see you just back it up, drop it down, let me see you just get low, scrub the ground, let me see you just push it up, let
Come
me
on.
see you just wobble, wobble, shake, shake it, just get it,
Hey.
wobble, wobble, just push it, get it,
Hey.
show me what you got, show me what you got, get
Once again, it's DNice.
show me what you got, get it,
Hey, big girl, make a bag it up. Make a bag it up. Hey, big girl, make a bag
I got a couple of things to remind you. For more info, don't forget to go to iwillvote.com/GA.
Hey, big girl, make a bag it up.
Come on.
Make a bag it up.
I want to thank Mayor Hardy Davis Jr. for having us here.
wait a minute now,
Hey. Shout out to my brother Roland Martin. We got some business to take care of for sure. Don't forget, iwillvote.com/GA. Shout out to Warnock, Ossoff, and Blackman. Blackman is actually, they're all three just fantastic men. And I had a chance to be out there with them yesterday, and I'm excited to be here today with them. But I just want to remind you, tomorrow is election day. If you haven't already voted early, please get out and vote. Please spread the word. Remind your friends and your family to get out and vote. Tomorrow's an important day. And I'm excited to be here to provide some music for you guys until they get up here and speak. Once again, this is DNice. Let's dance. Let's stay warm out here. Let's go.
New Cupid.
Shout out to my brother Mike Blake. Come on. I want to thank Black Vote Matters. Thank you to the NAACP. Thank you to the National Action Network.
They say I'm around,
Come on.
and I say no. They say what you doing, trying to do. Sometimes
Let's
they
dance.
go. I just let the music.
I told you we party with purpose here.
So all of my people can stay on the floor. They got a brand new dance. You gotta move your muscle. Brand new dance. It's called a Cupid Shuffle. It don't matter if you're young or you're old. Here we go. We gonna show you how it goes.
Come on.
To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Knock, kick, knock, kick, knock, kick, knock, kick.
Remember to keep some
Now walk
space.
it by yourself. Now walk
Stay
it by
socially
yourself.
distanced. Once again, it's DNice. Get out and vote.
Let me see you do the Cupid. Do the shuffle, baby.
Shout out to all of the Black Greeks. Come on.
To the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Knock, kick, knock, kick, knock, kick, knock, kick. Now walk it by yourself.
Come on.
Now walk it by yourself. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Knock, kick, knock, kick, knock, kick, knock, kick.
Let's go.
Now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself. Now you see what I'm talking about. I represent for the dirty South, where we're known for swinging out. King of swing out, baby. I wanna show you what I'm talking about. Hey, let me see you do the Cupid shuffle, the Cupid, Cupid shuffle, the Cupid shuffle, the Cupid, Cupid shuffle. From that boy Cupid, the king of swing out, baby.
Be sure to remind your friends and family to get out and vote tomorrow.
The right, the right, the right, the right, the left, the left,
Come on.
the left, the left, the left. Now kick, now come on, baby, kick. Now walk it by yourself, walk it by yourself. To the right, to the right.
Once again,
to the
special
right,
thanks to the
right,
NAACP,
right, to the left, to the left,
to the National Action Network.
Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick, now
Special
walk it
thanks
by
to
yourself.
Black Votes Matter.
Walk it by yourself.
Come on.
Do the Cupid shuffle.
Shout to Black Voters Matter.
Do the Cupid shuffle. It's your boy Cupid, C-U-P.
Once again, this is DNice. Thank you for having me here. I got one more song to play. It's like my favorite song before we get out of here. Don't forget to get out and vote tomorrow. This is important. It's a very important election. Shout out to Warnock. I love you, Rev. Shout out to Ossoff. And of course, Blackman. Don't forget to get out and vote tomorrow. Once again, this is DNice. Thank you for having me here. Come on. Don't forget to check out iwillvote.org/GA. Come on. Remember, tomorrow is election day. If you haven't already voted early. Come on. Let's go, Augusta. Once again, it's DNice. Shout out to Black Voters Matter. Come on. Remember to stay safe, stay socially distanced. This is important. I got a question. How many of you out there voted already? Make some noise if you voted already. Important. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. I got another question. How many of you love old school music? Make some noise. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Are you ready to get this rally started? That's right. Come on. Once again, I go by the name of DNice. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for having me here. Let's go. If anyone is parked to my right, to my far right, you have to move your vehicles because you're blocking traffic. Yes, you have to move your vehicles if you're parked to my far right. Come on. Let's go, Augusta.
Did you know that true love asks for nothing? Her acceptance is the way we pay. Did you know that life is giving love a guarantee to last through forever and another day? Just as time knew to move on since the beginning, and the seasons know exactly when to change.
I have a question for you all out there. Do you want lower energy bills? I'm going to ask you one more time. Would you like lower energy bills? Then say PSC matters. I want you to make some noise for candidate for Georgia Public Service Commissioner, my friend Daniel Blackman.
Good morning, Augusta. How many of y'all ready to win an election? That was okay. We've been waiting for 4 years. How many of y'all ready to win an election? Well, my name is Daniel Blackman. I want to thank all of you for being out here this early. Let's give it up for all the volunteers, not just those from Augusta and from Georgia, from all over the country. Give it up for yourselves for how far you helped us to get. Look, let me just lay this out for you. 3 million folks early voted, and that's great. Over 150,000 people that didn't vote in the general election have voted in the runoff, and that's great. But almost 3 million children have not returned to school since COVID-19 because they lack access to the internet and to broadband. And we know too often in places like Richmond County, those kids tend to be of a darker hue. And whether it's a young white kid in rural America or rural Georgia, or it's a black or brown kid in North Georgia or right here in Richmond County, that can't happen on our watch. And that's why we have to elect Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock to be our next 2 United States senators. But I'm privileged to be your Democratic nominee for the Public Service Commission because I can actually do something about that broadband issue. Expanding broadband in this state has to be a priority. Having working internet in every single county in Georgia and not just Atlanta has to be a priority. But we also have the 5th highest electric rates in the United States and the 8th highest utility bills overall. And we have a chance tomorrow to not just change the U.S. Senate, but to change the lives of people all over our state. And let's not lose focus of what this election is really about. Senate majority is critical to the success of a Biden-Harris administration. And we're going to give that to them on January 5th in less than 24, I guess 48 hours. Don't let me get too excited. But we're going to give them a Senate majority that this country needs. But I cannot stress enough that there are 1.9 million people in Georgia that are living at or below poverty. I cannot stress enough the fact that too many children's outcomes are based on their parents' incomes. And when $600, which can't even get a family through the winter, is proposed, and folks' lights are being cut off in Georgia, I have a problem with that. So I want you all to know this is not just about being the first Democrat elected to a statewide office in almost 20 years. I'd be proud to be that person. This is not just about us having Democratic turnout in record numbers, because how many people know when the cameras are gone and when the media is gone, the work is going to still have to be done. So the first thing I want you all to do is commit to everyone around you that you're not going to go back home on January 6th. You're going to continue to do the work until this state not only has 2 United States senators and a public service commissioner, but until we take back the governor's mansion and the lieutenant governor and the secretary of state and every other down ballot office in Georgia. So let me share with you why this race is so important, and I'm going to get off the stage because we have work to do. I mentioned that we have the 5th highest electric rates in the country. The only way we change that is by taking Georgia out of the fossil fuel industry's death grip and invest into renewable energy like solar in this state, where we can be on the front line of fighting the climate crisis. Let me share this statistic with you. If just the southern United States were a country, we'd be the 10th largest polluter in the world. And that's a problem when black and brown kids in this part of the country get asthma 3 times the national average. That's a problem when cities like Albany, Georgia, which was at one point the 4th highest concentration of COVID outbreak cases reported in the world, not just in the United States, but in the world. And we have a president today that's going to be in Whitfield County, Georgia, which has had the highest rate of COVID outbreaks in the last 2 weeks. This race is not just about lowering utility bills and expanding broadband. It's about public health. And it's time that we cared about our neighbors' health. And when I began this race, I made a pledge, unlike my opponent, to not take any money from the fossil fuel industry, because I believe we should put people's health ahead of the profitability of a utility company, regardless of if it's Georgia Power or any other country in the state of company in the state of Georgia. You don't have to say, "Ooh, I'm not taking the shot." It's the truth. And we can't keep having folks campaigning that won't speak truth to power. This election is about drawing a line in the sand versus right and wrong. So today, I'm privileged and honored to share this space with our 2 next U.S. Senate candidates, and I'm privileged to be in a position to change the narrative in Georgia. But I'd be remiss if I didn't say that for all of you that have already voted, we still need to get more people to the polls. So if you're committed to continuing the work we started over 4 years ago to build a state that can give Joe Biden the 12,000 votes he needed, if you're committed to continuing to build a state and build a momentum where Democrats in every single county in Georgia can win, then I need you to be more excited. I need you to make phone calls today, knock on doors, make phone calls, do whatever it takes, because tomorrow we win. But on Wednesday, January 6th, we get back to work and we change Richmond County and the other 158 counties throughout Georgia. We love you. Thank you guys so much. And I look forward to winning with you and changing this state for the better. God bless you.
Hello, everybody. There is a black Infiniti and a Jeep Compass blocking the traffic down here, the road. And if you don't move it, they're here to tow you away. Thank you. Next up, we have Mayor Davis.
Here with the coordinated campaign with the Democratic Party of Georgia. Thank y'all so much for coming out today. So it's been such an honor to be here alongside the rest of our team to help flip Georgia blue with the Senate for Reverend Warnock and Jon Ossoff. And as y'all know, tomorrow is the last day. Tomorrow is election day. So we need everyone, all hands on deck to help us get the vote out. So I am hoping that we can all count on y'all to help us knock doors alongside Mr. Jon Ossoff today after this rally. If you are interested in joining us, you can head to the tables right over there right now or after the rally to help us knock on doors. You just need to sign up. There's a health and safety waiver, and we will be good to go. So thank y'all so much for helping us get the vote out.
Oh, I thought you were rolling.
I am rolling.
We can hear you shooting.
Dude, I got skill. Yeah, I shoot too.
Wait a minute, yo, you're killing me right now. I gotta get this shot. Hold on, I'm getting this thing. My man got the camera too.
Angela, you get this audio?
I'll take a video of it. Yo, Michael Blake. I'll tell you about our brother Mike Blake. Yo, he pulled my camera out of the car to take pictures, but then he left it in the DJ booth. They had to run over with my camera. I almost left this dude. It's 10 grand. Fucking kill him. I said, Mike, you left it in the Everybody, we need y'all to be spaced. Everybody, we have to be spaced. Come on, everybody, we got to be safe. I know we want to win this election. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on. Space out, everybody. Space out, everybody. I know y'all trying to dance. I know you're excited about Warnock, Ossoff, and Blackman. We cannot start the event unless we get some spacing over here, y'all. We cannot start the event unless we get some spacing, y'all. Come on. Doing the work.
You got me? You got me?
Child. And they say I'm so shy, yeah.
What's up, Augusta? All of you that are still in your cars, let me hear you honk your horn 3 times. I need to hear some noise this morning. We are here for a historic occasion. We've come to elect 2 new U.S. senators. This election is one of the most historic elections in the history of our state and certainly our nation. And I want to say a few words to you this morning. We've got 2 candidates, Jon Ossoff, Reverend Raphael Warnock, that need our help. I'm reminded of the words of our Declaration of Independence. When the architects put that beautiful document together, they made a promissory note to all of America's citizens that said we would be heirs to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and that all of the benefits of being an American, we black men, white men, red men, Asian men would have an opportunity to enjoy the benefits of that. And that promissory note has not been paid. That's why we have to elect Reverend Raphael Warnock and Jon Ossoff. They cannot make this walk alone. We cannot allow them to make this walk alone. In Georgia, almost 5.5 million people voted in the November elections, and plus 3 million people already in this runoff election, but that is not enough. I'm not hearing you this morning. I don't think you understand the magnitude of this. I need to hear some noise today. We have an opportunity to elect 2 individuals who care about Georgia, who care about Georgia's citizens. We have an opportunity to elect 2 individuals who care about your health care. We have 2 individuals who care about good schools and making sure that we don't fight over $2,000 stimulus checks while we've got senators who are padding their pocketbooks and their portfolios. We've got 2 U.S. Senate candidates who will fight for every one of us. I'm reminded that there's a dream. I'm reminded of the words of Dr. King. He talked about having a dream for his 4 children. I don't know about you today, but I've got a dream of a better Georgia. I've got a dream of a Georgia that works for all of her citizens, not just the select few. And in order for us to experience the fullness and the benefit of that promissory note that has gone unpaid, we've got to elect Jon Ossoff and Reverend Raphael Warnock on Tuesday to the U.S. Senate so that we too can experience that American dream. That promissory note will be paid in full because we walked with them. We made a pledge to these 2 candidates. We made a pledge to Daniel Blackman that we would not only get them to the place, but we would walk through the valleys and to the mountaintop with them. I have a dream of a better Georgia, from Bankhead to Buckhead, from Chatham County to Chickamauga, Georgia, from Augusta, Georgia to Albany, from Athens to Americas. I have a dream of a better Georgia that will only be happen and realized when we elect Raphael Warnock and Jon Ossoff. I want to tell you something. I've had the pleasure of spending time with these 2 individuals. I've had the pleasure of standing and fighting with them, with our local Democratic Party Chair, Jordan Johnson, with the Democratic Party Chair of Columbia County, because there are Democrats in Columbia County. I've had the pleasure of fighting the good fight with them, working with our new commissioner, Francine Scott. I've had the pleasure of fighting with them, with commissioners and other elected officials all across this community. And this is our moment, and this is our time. We've had record turnout for early vote up to this point. 51,000 Augustans to the polls and voted. But you cannot, in fact, I'm going to say it like my mama would say it, you better not stay at home in bed. 7 o'clock Tuesday is coming. And I need you to wake up on Tuesday morning. And I need you to get some pep in your step. I need every single one of you, if you have not already early voted, to get your cousin, to get your brother, to get your sister, to get Pookie, to get Shaquita and them, to get all of them. And I need you to bring them out to the polls at your polling place, at your precinct, and you need to vote like never before. They're counting on us to stay at home on tomorrow because they are saying, you voted early, but you ain't coming out on Tuesday. You know, in the church, we used to say that some got it on a Sunday, some got it on a Monday. But on tomorrow, we gonna get it on Tuesday. And I need you to catch that fire of a better Georgia, that fire of dreaming like you've never dreamed. And I need you to go to the polls with me and to elect Raphael Warnock and Jon Ossoff as our two new next U.S. senators. I want to welcome to the stage Jon Ossoff.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Much love, appreciate it. Hey, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Augusta. Hey, it all comes down to Tuesday, Augusta. It all comes down to Tuesday. Augusta, say it with me now. Say vote. Say vote. Tomorrow, we make history. Tomorrow, the people of Augusta, Georgia, make history. Tomorrow, Georgia voters send a message that echoes not just from coast to coast, but down the generations about what we stand for in this state. Augusta, say it again. Say vote. Say vote. Think about how far we've come, Augusta. Think about how far we've come in the state of Georgia. Think about how far we've come in the American South. This is the most competitive battleground state in the United States. The whole country is watching us right now because we have the power, Georgia. You have the power. Feel your power, Augusta. The power to determine control of the United States Senate. The power to set the tone for a decade of American history. You have the power. Think about how far we've come. That your standard bearers in these historic elections are the young Jewish son of an immigrant and a black pastor who holds Dr. King's pulpit at Ebenezer Baptist Church. Think about how far we've come, Augusta. And we're running against like the Bonnie and Clyde. The Bonnie and Clyde of corruption. Two United States senators who, when they found out about the threat to our health that was coming, that's killed more than 300,000 Americans, their first call was to their broker. Well, Augusta, retirement is coming for David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler. And we have the power to retire them tomorrow. But we have bigger and better things to discuss, y'all, than David and Kelly. Like, where do we go from here? As a people, as a state, where do we go from here? Maybe you're feeling in your heart right now what you haven't felt for about 4 years. Hope. Because he may not know it yet, but Donald Trump is leaving. And Georgia voters sent Donald Trump packing. So no longer will it be about the daily outrage, the daily scandal, the daily insult, the catastrophic incompetence. Now it's about the future that we build together. And this future should be defined by our commitment to health and jobs and justice for the people. Health, jobs, and justice for all the people, Augusta. Augusta, do you believe, like Reverend Warnock and I believe, that health care is a human right? And not just a privilege for those with enough money in their bank account or who live in the right zip code? Health care is a human right, Augusta. We can establish health care as a human right in the United States. We can make it so when we win on Tuesday. I was just down in Cuthbert, Georgia, about a week and a half ago, Randolph County. Y'all, they lost their hospital in October. This is the wealthiest country in the world. We're in the middle of a pandemic, and their hospital closed down. And now the people of Cuthbert have to drive an hour and a half to Albany or Columbus just to make it to an emergency room. And this is one of 9 hospitals we've lost in 10 years here in Georgia. We deserve better, Augusta. And if you send me and Reverend Warnock to the Senate, we will deliver the resources to reopen those hospitals that have closed and to build clinics to serve every community in this state. We will stand up to the drug companies that are ripping you off at the pharmacy every day when our families need life-saving medicine or insulin. We will make sure that every single Georgian has great health insurance, no matter their wealth. Because health care is a human right, whether or not you have a pre-existing condition, whether or not you suffer from diabetes or asthma or you've survived cancer. Health care is your right as an American, and we will make it so, Augusta. We will make it so with victory on Tuesday, because this is about health, jobs, and justice for all the people. Let's talk about jobs. The same senators who saw this pandemic as a chance to enrich themselves have been blocking direct relief for the people for 8 months. And don't let him fool you. David Perdue opposed stimulus checks for the people for 8 months straight. He changed his tune about 6 days ago because there's an election coming. Augusta, you deserve senators who have your backs, not just when it's almost time to answer to the people, but at all times. You deserve senators who are looking out for your financial well-being and not their own stock portfolios at all times. And if you send me and Reverend Warnock to the Senate, we'll deliver those $2,000 stimulus checks that they're blocking to keep families on their feet and in their homes. And we will invest in infrastructure, job creation, upgrading our public schools, building those clinics and hospitals, making America the #1 producer of clean energy in the world, making Georgia the #1 producer of clean energy in the American South. We will raise the minimum wage to $15. We will expand the Pell Grant program so that young people in this state don't have to take on debt to get a degree from an HBCU or a public college. Yo, I want you to feel the potential here. We're on the cusp of a great victory that opens the door to so much good work on behalf of the people. And there's only 1 day left. Augusta, say it with me again. Say vote. Say vote. Health, jobs, and justice. Let's talk about justice, Augusta. My mother came to this country as an immigrant when she was 23 years old, alone as a young woman, because she believed this country stands for certain ideals. Let me be very clear that that doesn't mean that she indulged some kind of fantasy about our past. That doesn't mean she didn't recognize how much further this country had to go. But she came here because she believed America was on a journey toward fully realizing our highest founding ideals of equality in God's eyes and equal justice for all. Equal justice for all, Augusta. That's our creed. The Constitution already guarantees equal protection under the law. But when Ahmaud Arbery is shot to death in the street on camera in broad daylight, and the local authorities look the other way because Ahmaud Arbery is a young black man, that makes a mockery of equal protection under the law. So Augusta, are you ready to fight to pass a new Civil Rights Act that will secure equal justice for all, no matter our race and no matter our class, and a new Voting Rights Act that will secure the sacred franchise and end voter suppression, health, jobs, and justice for all the people, Augusta? Get everybody you know out to the polls. Anybody you know who's still sitting on an absentee ballot, it's too late to mail it in. They need to take it to a drop box. This is going to come down to just a few thousand votes. And I'm not asking you to work because of my ambition. I'm not asking you to work for the glory of a political party. I'm asking you to work because of the real human consequences of the decisions we make about who represents us. It is an honor to welcome next to the stage someone I have come to know and love as a brother these last few months. Someone who is a great moral voice for our state and for our country. Just imagine for a moment, Augusta, what it will mean when Georgia is represented in the United States Senate by the senior pastor at Ebenezer Baptist Church. The statement that that will make about where Georgia is today. So please join me in welcoming to the stage my friend, soon to be my colleague, one of two new United States senators to represent the great state of Georgia, the Reverend Raphael Warnock. Now say it again, say vote. Say vote. I love you all. Let's get out the vote.
Well, hello, everybody. Let's hear it for my brother from another mother, Jon Ossoff. Come on, you can do better than that, Jon Ossoff. Well, somebody asked me earlier today, Rev, how you feeling? Well, I'm in Augusta, hometown of James Brown, and I want you to know that I feel good. And we are on the precipice of change. We are standing together in this defining moment in American history, and the state of Georgia is at the center of the conversation. And we are about to send a young Jewish man, the son of an immigrant, and an African-American preacher, pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church, where Dr. King served. Jon Ossoff, mentored by John Lewis. I pastored John Lewis. And Georgia's about to send the two of us to the United States Senate. I don't know about you, but I'm proud of the state of Georgia. Come on, aren't you proud of your state? I want you to know what you're living through, because sometimes you can be living through history and not fully understand fully grasp. We've been working so hard, every now and then I try to slow down, take a deep breath, take in what God is doing in this moment. And I mean that in the broadest sense, because it is the Spirit that draws us together. God is known by many names, worshiped in many houses, but the Spirit makes us one. And I feel that here this wonderful morning in Augusta, Georgia. But you are living through a powerful historic moment. When Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel marched alongside Dr. King, he said, I felt like my feet were praying. And that's what we need right now. Sometimes you pray with your lips, but there are other times you got to pray with your legs. And so I need you to tell everybody you know to show up and vote tomorrow. Now, we've seen record voter turnout, but I want you to know I'm nervous. No, listen to me now. Be careful. It's an appropriate level of nervousness. I'm not scared to death. I'm just... Because the only thing that can cause this to go the wrong way is complacency. And so I know all the pundits are talking about our record voter turnout. It is unprecedented. It is historical. It is stunning to witness. But it does not mean that your friends who have not voted and your family members who have not voted can afford to stay home tomorrow. They must show up, and as John Lewis would say, vote like we've never voted before. Make some noise if you already voted. Now, if you have not, it's all right. It's okay. You've got tomorrow. And so I want to thank the mayor of Augusta, Hardy Davis, and all of the elected officials who are going to help us get it right in Augusta. I got a feeling that Augusta is going to show up in an amazing way. Am I right about that? So let's do the work that we need to do. We are witnessing in this stunning historical moment the reversal of the Southern strategy. It was a strategy where politicians got elected by dividing us. We have a movement that's based on bringing us together, not dividing us. We have a movement that understands that in the wake of this pandemic, we are tied together. If we didn't know it before, we certainly know it now that we're dealing with a deadly airborne disease. My neighbor gets sick, coughs, and I'm potentially imperiled, which is why we're all wearing masks. Now, that doesn't make my neighbor my enemy. That means that I got to have my neighbor's back. That means my neighbor needs health care. Because if my neighbor is uncovered, then I'm unprotected. I should want my neighbor to have health care. I should want my neighbor to have a livable wage. I should want my neighbor to retire with dignity. I should want my neighbor's children to attend quality schools. And so that's what this movement is about. Now, we heard a strange phone call. I mean, did you all hear that phone call? Now listen. He said, can't you find me 11,000 votes? President of the United States. But then, listen, but then a few weeks before that, a sitting senator in South Carolina named Lindsey Graham, you heard of him? He called over here. Who are all of these folk meddling in Georgia's business? He called over here and said the same thing. So I want you all to hear what they are saying. They are saying, don't you know how we Don't you know how we roll? Now, they wouldn't be saying this without some experience. And I don't want you to focus on the man on the telephone behind the curtain yesterday or whenever it was. Because whether he knows it or not, he's on his way out. So I don't want you to focus on him. No. This is what I need you to recognize. Is that he is being aided and abetted by two United States senators, Kelly Loeffler and David Perdue, because they could be standing up right now for the voices of the people of Georgia, but instead of standing up for you, they're thinking about themselves. And so the way to respond to what happened the other day and a few weeks before that is for you to show up and vote them out. Are you ready to win this election? And so call everybody you know and tell them what my daddy used to tell me all those years ago. I told you I grew up in public housing. My dad woke me up every morning because he had a serious work ethic. And my dad used to say to me every morning, did you meet my daddy? He woke me up at dawn and said, get dressed, get ready, put your shoes on. Are you ready? Ready for affordable health care, ready for a livable wage, ready to win our democracy back, take the democracy back. It belongs to the people. Call everybody you know. Tell them, I'm not going to let you sleep. Wake them and shake them. Don't let them sleep too late. Tell them to get up, get dressed, put your shoes on, get ready. Let's win this election.
Are we ready to do this tomorrow? Thank you so much, Augusta, for showing up early on Monday morning. We have been truly blessed. We've had 3 candidates that are running for office. We've had Daniel Blackman here earlier. We've had Jon Ossoff here, and now Reverend Raphael Warnock. We love you guys. Be safe out there on the road. You guys, we have free food. We have giveaway shirts back there. There's tables with resources on it. Please take advantage of it. And we have some colored greens to give away. Thank y'all so very much. We have some speakers coming up, some local people. We got to make sure that if you want to go out and canvass with the candidates, there is a sign-up sheet in the back of this parking lot. Put your name on it, and you can meet up with the candidates and knock on doors this afternoon. Thank y'all. Music.
Just like music. No doubt. Oh, baby. Just like music. To relax my mind so I can be free and absorb the sound that keep me round, doing my thing constantly with no worries. Peace to keep Murray. Just like music. To keep me flowing, to keep me going, to keep me growing, to keep me to eat from knowing what happens out there. It's not my concern. You wanna die, it's not my turn. Just like music. To do something.